we will be learning about impromptu speaking. Impromptu speaking is speaking on the spur of the moment with little to no time to prepare. This kind of speaking helps you think and speak on your feet so that you are ready to answer questions in interviews. And it also helps you to think, speak, and act on your thoughts in a quick fashion. Impromptu speaking, usually, if you participate in this, you're given 3 topics to choose from, at which point you decide which topic you would like to talk about. Just like how you've chosen your 3 points for the topics I've given you, on anything that you want, the same thing applies to these 3 topics. Once you have chosen your topic, you immediately need to come up with 3 points. Once you have those 3 points set in stone, then you start working on your capture, motivate, assert, and preview. Now, that should be enough for you to actually start standing up and then talking. You can prepare these things on a piece of paper, but while you're speaking, you can't have any notes in your hands. So impromptu speaking is speaking on the spur of the moment without any kind of manuscript in your hand. So you get 3 topics, you choose which one, immediately come up with your 3 points. Then come up with your capture statement. Remember, in a capture statement, you start off with either a startling statement, a joke, a narrative story, which is a story about yourself, or an illustration, or a quote or fact. And then you do your motivation statement, which is a statement of if you do listen, then something good will happen. Or if you don't listen, something bad could happen. Or I'm going to make you curious about my subject matter. Immediately after that, you do assert. Assert is literally just stating your topic. Then preview is just literally listing your 3 points, but you need to say first, second, and third when you list them. So, when you are speaking, you are going to use the triangle that we've learned in class. So when you're at home, you start your introduction. Capture, motivate, assert, and preview. You transition to your first point. You restate your first point. Then, after you restate your first point, you must provide us with 2 examples. You list the first example, and then you need to have at least 3 sentences to explain why that example makes sense or give information about something that backs that up. But it's 3 at least sentences, 6 or more if you want to do more. But 3 to 6 sentences is the guideline. Then you list your second example and then talk at least 3 sentences, 3 to 6, and then you transition to your second point, at which point in time you repeat your second point. Then you give 2 examples. Remember, behind each example, you must speak at least 3 sentences. Then, once again, let's look at our triangle. We transition to our third point. You restate your third point. Then you provide 2 examples. Once again, remember, you must speak for 3 sentences for every example. 3 to 6 sentences. Then you transition to home, where you do your conclusion. Your conclusion is your introduction in reverse. So you will restate your 3 points, then you will state your topic, then you will repeat your motivation statement, the if, then, or the curiosity statement. Then after that, you will restate your capture statement. But then you will add one final thing, which is the action step. The action step is asking the audience to do something in relationship to your topic. So if you remember, we were talking about homework. You're like, even though homework can be a big bummer, just get it done. Or if you want to have fun, check out Gamers Club. You're asking the audience to do something. That's an action step. That's the last part of your speech. Now remember though, you can't have a manuscript in front of you, and you will have 2 minutes to prepare. Now, when we're practicing this week and next week, I'll give you more time to prepare. But when we do the actual speech, you'll be timed, and then you will have to present. You will need to film yourself so that I can grade you. Now, here is some tips that I use to help myself remember my 3 points. I visually set up 3 points and try to link them with my 3 points in my head. So I know my first point is going to be homework is beneficial to graduating. Okay, and so I'm going to look at something in the room and identify that point, and remember, homework is beneficial to graduating. Then, in the middle, I'm going to put homework will help you get good grades, and I'm going to remember that point. And then finally, over here, I'm going to look over here, and homework teaches responsibility. So I assign a visual image of my 3 points where I actually am walking to so that I can remember. You really only need to come up with your capture, motivate, assert, preview, and your action step to really start speaking, because you can come up with your examples off the top of your head. Now, the speech that you're doing will have to be 2 minutes long. But this week, I just want you to practice. So on Thursday, I will have a practice assignment. Today, you have some questions to answer to make sure that you actually watch this video. And if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, thanks. Bye.